Jellyfish have no brain, no heart, no bones. And some of them can literally reset their life and start over. By every rule of biology, this animal shouldn't work. Yet it's been surviving for hundreds of millions of years. Jellyfish look simple, almost boring, just drifting blobs with tentacles. But that's the trick. In this video, you'll see how jellyfish break almost every rule we expect animals to follow. How they move without a brain, hunt without a head, live multiple lives, and in some cases, refuse to truly die. And once you understand how jellyfish are built, they stop looking simple and start looking terrifyingly efficient. So are these things even animals? First, let's get one thing straight. Jellyfish are not fish at all. They're invertebrates called cnidarians, a group that also includes corals and sea anemones. They have no spine, no skull, and no organs arranged like ours. Yet they are, without a doubt, fully alive. They still count as animals because they have muscles to move, nerves to react, and show coordinated, purposeful behavior like hunting and escaping danger. And what's truly mind-boggling is their age. The basic jellyfish body plan is ancient, having barely changed for hundreds of millions of years. They were drifting through the oceans long before the dinosaurs ever existed. This tells us something crucial. Jellyfish didn't evolve complexity the way most animals did. They evolved ruthless efficiency. Think about what's missing. No brain, no heart, no bones, no lungs. Their body is a simple bell shape with trailing tentacles and a single opening that works as both a mouth and an exit. So how do they function? Instead of a centralized brain, they have a nerve net, a web of neurons spread throughout their entire body. A special ring of nerves around the bell helps coordinate the pulsing motion for swimming. There's no command center, no thinking as we know it. Their bodies just run themselves, a decentralized system that's perfectly coordinated for swimming and feeding. It's not that jellyfish control their bodies just work. And they don't just drift passively. They are active hunters, armed with a biological weapon, found nowhere else in the animal kingdom, the cnidocyte. Inside these specialized cells are microscopic, coiled, spring-loaded harpoons called nematocysts. They are held under extreme pressure. And when triggered by touch, they fire venomous barbs in microseconds, one of the fastest movements in nature. These are used for capturing prey and for defense. But here's the unsettling part. This system is so automatic that even a dead jellyfish can still sting you. A detached tentacle washed up on the beach can still fire its stinging cells. These aren't just stingers, they're biological landmines, ready to go off at the slightest touch. If that wasn't strange enough, their life cycle is a major plot twist. Most animals are born, grow up, and reproduce. Jellyfish do something much weirder. It starts with a tiny, free-swimming larva. This larva eventually finds a surface, settles down, and transforms into a plant-like polyp. And this is where it gets crazy. The polyp doesn't just grow into one jellyfish, it starts cloning itself, creating an entire colony of identical polyps. Then, through a process called strobilation, each polyp begins to stack and bud off dozens, sometimes hundreds, of tiny baby jellyfish. So one individual becomes an entire swarm of genetically identical copies. Jellyfish don't just reproduce, they multiply. So here's the problem. If jellyfish are so simple, why haven't they been outcompeted by more advanced animals? Fish have brains, speed, bones, and strategy. Jellyfish have none of that. So why are they still here? And in some places, taking over the ocean? The answer lies in their unique survival toolkit, which includes one of the most incredible abilities in the natural world. Meet Turritopsis dochni, the so-called immortal jellyfish. When this species is under stress from injury, starvation, or old age, it can do something that sounds like science fiction. The adult jellyfish, the floating bell-shaped medusa, can collapse its body, sink to the ocean floor, and revert back into its juvenile polyp form. Its life cycle literally runs backward. Its aging process is reset. Now this doesn't make it invincible. It can still be eaten or destroyed. But the fact that it can biologically turn back the clock breaks the fundamental rule that life only moves forward from birth to death. And jellyfish have other accidental superpowers. Many species are bioluminescent, meaning they can produce their own light, glowing an eerie green or blue in the dark depths. For decades, scientists were fascinated by this glow. In the 1960s, they isolated the molecule responsible for it in one jellyfish species, a tiny protein called green fluorescent protein, or GFP. And this discovery changed modern medicine forever. Scientists realized they could attach GFP to other cells and proteins, using its glow as a tiny biological flashlight. Today, GFP is used to light up and track cancer cells, watch neurons fire in the brain, and map the spread of diseases. It's a Nobel Prize-winning technology that has revolutionized biology, and it all came from one of the simplest animals on the planet. This incredible resilience is why we're seeing a jellyfish takeover in some parts of the world. Massive swarms or blooms can contain millions of individuals, clogging fishing nets, shutting down coastal power plants by blocking their water intakes and wiping out entire fish farms overnight. So why is this happening now? The reasons are a direct consequence of human activity. Overfishing removes the jellyfish's natural predators and competitors. Warmer ocean temperatures caused by climate change help many jellyfish species grow and reproduce faster. And they can survive in low oxygen dead zones where most other marine animals can't. In a way, jellyfish thrive where normal animals fail. They might just be the winners of a changing ocean. When you look at the full picture, no brain, no heart, multiple lives, biological weapons, and even the ability to reset aging, you realize something unsettling. Jellyfish aren't unfinished animals. They're perfectly tuned survivors built for a world in chaos. So in the end, jellyfish don't follow the rules because they were never playing the same game as everyone else. They drift, sting, clone, glow, and sometimes rewind their own existence. What looks like a fragile, simple blob is actually one of the most successful and enduring body plans ever created. Silent, floating proof that complexity isn't always the key to survival. If this changed how you see jellyfish, watch the next video. It goes even deeper. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.